My name is Debola-Adesanya, Sister Tutu, and this is Beyond Table Manners. Thanks to everyone that has been following up. Thank you so much for your comments, for your feedbacks. I appreciate you, and I hope you're using everything that you've been learning on this space. So today I want to talk about wedding etiquette. Yes, wedding etiquette. So which one is wedding etiquette again? You want to get married now? What do you do? How do you go about it? Not the marriage. Your marriage is something else entirely, but the wedding, the ceremony, the preparations, and all that. So that's what we'll be looking at today. So first and foremost, it's important to know that a wedding is beyond the ceremony. Yes, you have to ensure that you are the right person for that person. Yeah, you're the right spouse for that lady, and vice versa. So it's very important that you understand that. So how do you know if you're the right person? You seek the face of God, you seek counsel, you subject your decision for other people to help you check, to confirm, even in prayer. So see, the best way to know that this person is the will of God is to pray. I don't know any other way, because I've seen surprises. I've seen people behave a certain way till they're married, and they begin to behave in a certain way, from good to bad, from godly to ungodly. I've seen it. So it's important that you put yourself in safety by allowing other people to check what you're doing. Sometimes sometimes your parents sees this person and they just know that no, this is not it. I'm telling you, and it has happened. And sometimes spiritually they're able to see ahead of you, like, okay, no, this is not adding up. So subject it for other people to check, to counsel you. When you are in the midst of counselors, you have safety. It's very important that you get that. So get counseling. That's number two. Get counseling. Be ready to allow other people counsel you. We don't know and finish. You don't know nada. You don't know anything. I'm telling you, no matter how your depth in God, in marriage, in experience, you're married at 50. I understand, but I'm telling you, sir, you still don't know some things because you've never been married. That road, there are people that have walked on that road, and they can. It's not the same. The experience is not the same with your job experience. Okay, in my job, I am the CEO. No, it doesn't work when it comes to marriage. So you go for counseling. Many people don't want to go for counseling anymore. Why? Because churches will say if they must counsel you, so you have to do this, you must get married in the church, and they just want to boycott. Sometimes it's clumsy. Sometimes the process is too long, and what's the word now? This protocol. My dear, the protocol is for your own sake. Maybe after this time, you're done. So please go for counseling. We went for counseling. One of the things that was very important for me when I was going to get married was counseling. I don't know. I just felt we needed it, and you cannot get enough of it. Honestly, by the time you get married, there are certain things that will come up that was never came up during counseling. So, for counseling is important. Also, post-marriage counseling also comes up. We also do that. From time to time, we check. You've been married 12 years now, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Go and check what you're doing. Get counsel. Okay, this what. Sometimes it's not because there is a problem. That's one issue. That's one mistake we make. We feel we go for counseling because there's a problem with the marriage. No, the marriage doesn't have to have problem before you go for counseling. So, thirdly, it's important to know that this marriage you're entering into is your marriage, is your day. The wedding ceremony is about you and your spouse. It's not first about your family. It's about the family, but it's not first about your family. It's not first about the church, about any institution. It is first about the two of you. So it is important to know that. Decide the kind of ceremony you want. I just want it low key. I want it very loud. Oh, we want a carnival. Honestly, all those things, there's no issue if you can afford it. And if you have checked, this person is the right. Don't marry the wrong person having the big ceremony. Don't marry at the reception. The marriage is scattering. We have had things. We have seen things in this life. We've seen 10-year-old, 10 days old marriage. Yes, we've seen the marriages that didn't go beyond a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. Some struggle 1 year, 3 months. If you understand what I'm saying. But we are saying it now so that you don't make the same mistake. Understand your family setting. Yes, both families. Understand. There are some of you, your mother-in-law, she has gone for weddings all her life. Is this your wedding she wants to use to do? I don't know what that word is. This your own marriage. This your wedding ceremony. That's what she wants to use to do. Collect her job. All the what's the word now? All the investment she has made, all the contributions she has made in people's votes. This is the time she wants to take it back. Let mommy know, mom, dad, this, and you have to work as a team. If you work as a team, a lot of things will be easy for you. But many of you are getting married. You are staying loyal to your in-laws, your parents. Your husband is staying loyal to his parents. The two of you are now in the middle, backing each other. No, that's not going to work. Be loyal to each other. If you do any other person, they are in their lane, their family, they are secondary. The two of you come first. So fine-tune things. Understand. Okay, now don't wait on your wedding day. You're like, who is getting married today? Is it me or these people? Wow, so many people in this. Oh, what's going on? Be involved. Know what is happening. Ask questions. You already know that your in-laws are this way. Ask your wife questions. You already know your husband's people are this way. Ask your husband questions. So this and this, how is it? Where is it? Sometimes we need to see some of these things. I need to see the all. I need to see where. How can people be doing everything? You're not outside the country. You're within the country. You're not outside the state. You're within that state, and there are things you don't even know about. If you're outside the country, you're coming into the country. Come early. Come earlier than maybe a week. You should be in town. You are going from Asaba, you're coming to Lagos, or from Lagos to Asaba. Go like a week before if you can, so that you see you see the vicinity, you see everything that is happening and everything you want to do. It's very important. Understand the family setting. Pray ahead. How do I say this? Pray ahead. Pray for your marriage. Pray for the ceremony. Pray so much. I remember when we were going to get married, some weeks before our wedding, someone told our pastor that my husband and I will look very lean. That also, are they okay? And I'm like, we are lean. We don't even see that we are lean. You need to pray and fast. And it's very important. Not be the marriage you did, so you need to pray and fast. It's very important. It's every day you're eating, grabbing what's that thing that they grab? Just grabbing a bite, eating everything, living like there are some people that are not happy you want to get married. The devil is not happy that you want to get married, even to the right person. So you need to ensure that you deal with the devil and his forces. I don't face people. I don't have issues with people. If it's a human being that doesn't want you to get married, it's not still that human being. It's one force working through that human being. So forget about the person, the granny in the village or whoever. Focus on the devil and put him in his place. Yes, he will flee if you focus on the right prayers and you do the right things, it will flee. Stop smooching, and you will have enough time for all that, sleeping with each other and all. You don't need all that before you get married. What you need to do is focus on your marriage and the ceremony, so that everything will go. You pray for safety of people, safety even for you. You want to travel out of the country for your honeymoon, the honeymoon will go well. I've seen people who go for honeymoon and the husband got drowned, at the resort. The lady came back alone. She went with her husband, she came back without a husband. It's not beans. So you need to take care of all these things in the place of prayer. You make your arrangements and your dislodgements in the place of prayer. It's very, very important. You pray for safety of people. There are people on their wedding day, hot soup pours on someone, on the caterer, or something happens to the caterer, or somebody in the caterer's team dies, or the photographer had an accident, he now has one leg. On my own wedding, on the account of my wedding, God forbid bad thing. It's not a good testimony. So you pray about all of those things. Everything will go well. Dad will be fine, mom will be fine, siblings will be fine, everybody will be fine. So you need to pray about all that. Please, please, and please, if you don't get anything from this video, get this one. Don't borrow for your wedding. Do not borrow for your wedding. If there is any possibility for you to borrow, you're already seeing sign that it's like we need to borrow more funds. Cut everything you want to do. It's like you're going beyond what you should be doing. Let me tell you this. When we were going to get married, we had started shopping ahead. We had bought everything we needed. And I say this in all honesty. We had bought, my husband and I, we had bought everything we needed. We bought everything we needed with ease. We didn't struggle to buy anything. Now, by the time we were going to get married, as the wedding was approaching, I think 2 weeks, we now saw that the food. Now, when we didn't have a wedding invitation, for you to know the kind of wedding we wanted, everything looked, but you know what, like I said, all this family, they will prevail on you if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not working together as a team with your spouse. As much as we did what we could do, somehow, something still happened. That's why I said you should be open your 4 eyes, the two of you, 4 eyes, 4 ears, and know what you want to do. So the money that we now needed was for food. Of course, we had something. With this, we had 20 letters we wrote, 10 for my family, 10 for my husband's family as invitation. I typed the letter in my office myself. So this is what we wanted. Just something formal to it. There are people you feel you want to, like my boss, and I had to give him a formal letter. There are people in your life, your parents, give them 5 each or 10 each, and that was what we planned. But somehow we were like, what are we going to do? So we now had to borrow money. Yes, from my husband's cousin. We borrowed the money. Okay, we did everything. Do you know that after the wedding, my mom was still calling me like, they were still calling me like, I think by the time we got to the hotel, they were still calling me that some people did not eat. And I'm like, what's my business with the fact that some people did not eat? The wedding is over. So they want to now make food for those people that didn't eat to now give to them the next day. And I told them I was not interested. I wasn't interested in that. So, okay, after the wedding now, thankfully everything went, and now, another mistake we made, of course, we're going to pay back. Another mistake we made was to the first income we got. Okay, we got married in November, I think second week in November. We got married November 12th, and the first income we got at the end of that month, gathered together and with some other monies, that was what we used to pay back that loan. It was not a good decision. Because, why was it not a good decision? Because right after this wedding, and we were paying a debt after the wedding. It wasn't the right thing to do. In fact, I remember the day we called the brother that, wow, this money is ready. The man was like, no, 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 no. You guys should still, why now? Just how many weeks you collected the money? What we were trying to do was like, oh, we borrowed this money, let's pay it, let it just go. It was actually a bad decision. So we paid the money, and I'm not saying it was a bad decision to return the money you borrowed, but it was a bad decision to return it at that time. It was just the first thing we were going to be doing after getting married was to start paying debt. And that thing to a large extent affected us. I mean, it affected us a lot, a whole lot. So a lot of times, if you don't look at things the way you ought to look at them, you just put yourself in position, and everybody will come where they don't go their house. So you are now dealing with unnecessary things. You now want to do something, like, if you don't borrow, you can't do this thing. It was a whole lot. But God helped us. Thank God that phase is over now. By the grace of God, all that is remaining as it pertains to that will be cleared by the grace of God. So I want you to understand. So when I'm saying don't borrow, it's like, where is it they do this, auntie? I will know. Don't borrow. Do not borrow for your wedding. If there is a need, okay, you want to, the 60K you have, and this thing is shooting to 90K, and you need to borrow 30K, cut that 30K. It means you do not have the capacity to do that thing at that time. I say this to you. It means your hand no carry am, you no fit, you no reach. If you need to postpone the wedding, okay, this is what you want, Abi. You cannot think of cutting costs, but you still want to have it this way. Postpone it till when you have enough money. Don't borrow for whatever reason. If you're going to be paying your vendors, if this person is getting 100K for this thing, if you're paying 50K upfront, ensure that the balance is somewhere. Don't wait for money they're going to spray you. That's foolishness. Okay, they're going to spray you money when you are dancing. So even not dance with joy is problem. You can't dance well because you have bashi to go and pay people. Me, I danced well on my wedding. I didn't even remember that we were owing. But that's not the point. The point is, don't borrow. If you cannot afford to do all these things now, don't do it. Oh, you must buy clothes for your parents. It's a very bad thing in the African setting. I don't want to go there. But if ideally your parents should be funding your wedding. Yes, my son is getting married. I want to. How do there's a way they say it in Yoruba. They're supposed to fund at least the most of it, especially the guests coming. They are guests. They want to, fund it, but many times that's not what we have. The boy and the girl getting married, they will be the one to fund everything. And most of these women and men, they will not stay in their lane. They still want to overdo. You buy walking stick, you buy this one, you buy that one for this one for that. You buy. If everyone that comes for the wedding, now you go give them transport back. If you can afford it, good. But if you can respect yourself. Don't use bad things to start your life. So don't borrow. Let me not belabor that. Shop ahead. You're getting married. 3 months, 6 months. Start your shopping. That's one of the things that helped me. We shopped ahead. We did this. Of course, along the line, there were issues with my husband's suit. And we had to now start, like, few days. The guy delivered the suit and it was something else. So we had to, of course, we have paid ahead. We had to quickly start trying to get. And in fact, we had our wedding in Ibadan. My husband got to Ibadan before his suit. The suit came to meet him in Ibadan. A lot of funny things that were not supposed to be. So shop ahead and ensure that this is what you want and you are decided on that. Don't focus on outdoing anybody on your wedding day. Hey, this is my wedding. One magba. One magba. How many people? That's what? You don't need all that. When Ebuka had his wedding, did you see the song they played? Did you see his entry? They changed to 4 dresses. Where are we going that we have not seen motor to enter? We will change 36 outfits. It doesn't guarantee a godly marriage. That's not what you need for marriage. And if you want to do, I'm not holding you, but don't go and borrow to do all that. You don't need to outdo anybody. This is just your desire. This is just what you wanted. Some people don't. They just want to go to the registry and come back. Respect it. It doesn't mean they don't have the money. So don't focus on outdoing somebody else. Oh, when my younger sister got married, I want to outdo her. That's already a mistake you're making. Marriage is more important than the wedding day. Plan your honeymoon. Okay, after our honeymoon, I don't usually like couples traveling. Like, you get married now and you want to travel back to your base, not necessarily for the honeymoon. Please, the stress is much, so just relax, get an hotel, stay in that town, at least for that night. The next day you may need to travel if you want to go out of the country. Plan your tickets. If you are traveling abroad, plan your tickets properly so you have time to rest. There's no rush on you. So this is the kind of honeymoon we want. Okay, we'll be in the hotel for 1 week, we'll be there for 5 days, we'll be there for 6 days, we'll be there for 2 weeks, we'll be traveling abroad, we'll be going all over the place to have fun, blah blah blah. For those that have honey inside the moon, they still want to go and shop. For some people, honey has finished. I'm not making jest of it, but that's the truth. So plan your honeymoon. Your wedding reception. How do I say this? You see some people, Christians, getting married, and as they are the grand entry into the reception, the kind of songs you will hear, the kind of songs you will hear, you'll be wondering, is this still a holy matrimony? Is it still a brother getting married to a sister, or is something else? Or is Jaru that is marrying, let me not call names now. It's a holy matrimony. It should show in everything you do. Even your MC, the jokes he cracks, the all this what's it called, the alaga joke. Some of them will be lying blatantly on your wedding day, and everybody will be laughing. This girl that wants to read the wedding letter, she's coming from Afghanistan. She's coming from Canada. Let's pay for our transport, our airfare. What is all that? You don't need all that. Tell them to go straight to the point. If they make am sweet, it makes it ungodly. So bridal train should not be half naked, where they will not be using something to cover all of them. Where you see all these kind of friends that in your bridal train, where you see best man that his trouser is so tight that everything is not glorifying the Lord. Where did you see him? So when I see your bridal train, I already know who you are. They shouldn't impose people on you for your bridal train. You look at what you want them to wear, design what you want them to wear. It's your wedding. So guys, this is what I want you guys to wear. This is how I want you guys to look. So ensure that nobody is half naked on your train. Ensure God is glorified for your wedding. So this is where I'm going to end it today. I hope you've learned a thing or two. I would like to hear from you. How did your wedding ceremony go? Was it in a room? Was it in a big hall? Was it a carnival? And how has your marriage been after that wedding ceremony? It doesn't have to be big before it's beautiful. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be, now it's not big then it's not beautiful. No, it doesn't have to be. So this is where I'm going to end it. I'd like to hear from you. Your comments, come to my DM, let me hear from, and post under this video. Let me see what you have to say, and give this video a thumbs up. Go to YouTube, follow me, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. This is Sister Tutu, and it is Beyond Table Manners.